Yo guys, we've got another Ask Gaj video blog coming at you today, and it's from Ross McCall, alright? So at the Ross McCall on Twitter, and he said, how can I drink at the weekends and not lose my abs? Yeah, get really drunk. Alright, good question, Ross. I actually get this all the time in the gym and on Facebook and on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So great question, man. I'm going to kind of generalise your question a little bit on the kind of effects that alcohol has on your training, and more importantly sort of what I do, because I'm going to be honest with you, alcohol is in my sort of diet a couple of times a month or whatever, and hasn't massively affected my results. I'm going to tell you kind of how I go about limiting the sort of damage, and that's what it's all about when you're drinking, guys. We know alcohol's bad for you. Why do we do it? You might think that you have a better time or whatever, but ultimately, yes, it's bad for you. Can you damage limit so that you can get the best out of your training still? Alright? So the answer to the question is yes, you can train and drink and still get results from your training. Okay? A lot of the stuff I was reading before I came out here today was from bodybuilders or scientists, alright? And the scientists have never set foot in a gym in their whole entire life, and they're doing like studies on rats to see how alcohol affects rats, and how you can relate that to a human being who's training 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week is just beyond me. So a lot of the studies out there, guys, that you're reading about in men's health and all that are all based on these studies, which are just crap, let's be honest. But I'm going to try and condense about 20 minutes of information for you into about 5 here in this video blog, so I'm going to be as quick as I can. I'm going to run through my opinion on how alcohol kind of affects your body, and then sort of the general rules, principles that I follow so that I can still have a drink and not let it too badly kind of affect my training and my results. Okay, so we're going to kick off with the facts about alcohol. In alcohol there is 7 calories per gram, so it's relatively high. We're talking fats have 9 calories per gram, you've got proteins and carbs at 4. So they're all the types of energy that you can bring into your system. And it's all about limiting. Basically, if you want to lose body fat, guys, you have to be on a calorie deficit. No question about it. So you need to limit the calories coming in. You have to have less coming in than is going out, alright? Because you've got to ask your body to look for energy elsewhere, in fat stores obviously, in order to lose body fat, okay? Do you get fat from the calories from alcohol? Well, no. It's to do with the way that alcohol is oxidised in your system, guys, and the way it's used. But the basic answer is no. For example, if you take a look at like alcoholic and you take a look at a weekend binge drinker, the weekend binge drinker is much more likely to be overweight because of what surrounds the alcohol, okay? So it's about those external factors and controlling them, guys. Like a weekend binge drinker is going to go and drink as much as they can, and then they're likely to go for like chicken pakora or chips and cheese or whatever it is when they're drunk out on their night out, eat that before bed, and then have all those stodgy fats and carbs sitting in their system when they go to bed, which is just going to be converted straight into fat. And then the next day is a big problem. They're getting up, lounging about, eating rubbish because they don't feel good, and that's just extra calories all coming in. So that whole process, guys, can set you back in your training, not only results wise but in fat stores obviously as well. The alcoholic might drink most of the day, not really eat very much, get up in the morning and start drinking again. It's just what they do. So as I said, they're very likely to be underweight. So there's kind of proof in the pudding that it's not the actual alcohol that's making us fat, it's the external factors that we bring in around the alcohol, because it dulls our inhibitions and makes us make all the wrong decisions, especially towards our fitness and health goals, okay? Then we've got how alcohol actually directly affects your training, guys. So when you train and you go in the gym, you rip those muscle fibres apart, and it's the repair and regeneration of the muscle fibres that gives you the results or makes you grow bigger or stronger or better from your training. When you drink alcohol, it dulls protein synthesis. It stops protein synthesis from happening, which is the process that repairs the muscle tissue. So is it going to be detrimental to your training? Yes. I'll talk later on about the general rules that I stick to on how to kind of limit that sort of damage that you're creating there. The other thing is, it's going to lower your testosterone levels slightly and increase your cortisol, which is your stress hormone, okay? Stress hormone is going to attack your muscle mass basically and make you very sort of catabolic, so you're going to be eating into muscle tissue. So to limit the effects of that, guys, it's all about limiting the amount of alcohol you're consuming in that night. Okay, then there's the dehydration effect of alcohol. Now, when you're drinking alcohol and you've got all those toxins coming in, your water supply in your body is heavily utilised to kind of get those toxins moving out your system. So all your main organs and all the big bodily functions are all getting suppressed and not functioning to their optimum level because that water is getting drawn away from those places in order to get rid of those alcoholic toxins. So again, another negative point, how can you limit it? Drink more water when you are drinking. So the dehydration's happening, but you've constantly got water coming in. Another important factor about alcohol, guys, is that it can be very high in sugar content. So what you want to do is limit that. So the alcohol kind of beverages that you want to stick to are going to be either dry wines or spirits, okay? So your vodka, rum, tequila, whiskey, all that stuff is going to be much better to have coming in than, say, like, I don't know, like a high sugar, I don't know, Bacardi Breezer or Smirnoff Ice or sweet wine. All that stuff we want to stay away from, guys. Again, I'm going to discuss a bit more about that and the kind of general rules and principles that I sort of follow. Okay, guys, I've got 5 rules for you that I use with regards to alcohol consumption that kind of have got me to where I am today, right? So, first of all, if you're looking to make a quick transformation or an absolute body transformation, or you need to get from point A to point B for a certain date or a certain time, like you've got a photo shoot coming up or you've got an event that you want to go to that you want to look your best for, or a beach holiday, whatever it is, alcohol doesn't come into that preparation process, guys. It's going to set you back no matter what happens, okay? So if I've got something that I'm looking forward to or I've got in mind I want to be in shape for, then count alcohol out. You guys should be thinking along the same lines. Secondly, next day when you get up, you're going to get straight back on the wagon. You're going to have things to do, so you're going to get out your bed, go and have a workout. Are you going to be effective in your workout? No. But that's not what it's about, guys. It's more about the mental attitude that it brings towards like your day, okay? So get up, get busy, make things happen, because sitting about, lounging about on the couch, watching DVDs and stuff surrounded by crap food is not going to help you make any progress towards your health and fitness goals at all. Third point, zero sugar when you are drinking, so you're going to stick to those dry white wines and the spirits that we talked about before, and then your mixers, really important, are going to be sugar free. That is probably one of the most important rules, guys. You want to keep those calories as low as you can, so you don't want all those extra carbohydrates coming in. So you're going to drink it on the rocks, as in the spirit by itself, or you're going to drink it with soda water or just water. Number 4, no heavy training before you go out and start drinking alcohol, because if you're creating that muscle damage and you're stopping the protein synthesis with the alcohol, then you're not going to get any gains from that workout, so why bother doing it, alright? If you want to work out, or you really feel you have to, go and have a quick sort of, just a blood sort of pump in your muscles, if you like, so you get that kind of feel good factor and the endorphins going before you go out, alright? Point 5 is find a balance, guys. In general, if I don't have an event that I'm training for, I'll say to myself, right, I'm only going to drink once or twice this month, and that'll be it. if another event comes up and you've drank your twice already, then tough, punish yourself for already drinking those twice. You're not going to drink at that time, you've made a decision. Have a bit of willpower, guys, and stick to your decisions, stick to your guns. Lastly, guys, Ross had an important point when he asked the question. He says, how do I keep my abs? So he's made the transformation process already. Once you've gone through the transformation process and you are where you want to be, it's a lot easier to keep. You enjoy that feeling of sort of being in shape and things, and you want to hang on to it, but at the same time, we're not here to stop living our lives and stay away from all the bad things that might negatively affect our bodies. Not try to be bodybuilders here, guys, or get obsessive about it. The demographic I'm trying to attract and I want to follow me and look up to me are normal guys who want to live a balanced sort of lifestyle, get somewhere with their bodies, make a change, feel good about themselves and keep natural. The last point I'm going to leave you with is an important kind of way that I sort of look at it. So if you're drinking, say for the next 3 months, right, you set about making an absolute body transformation. You don't drink and you eat good food and you exercise regularly and your body completely changes, alright? Everyone's giving you loads of compliments, you've set out a goal and you've made it happen. That high of life at the end of that, when you've achieved something you set out to do, is going to be all those weekends that you would have had for those 3 months put together. And in a year's time, are you going to remember all those nights out you went on, or are you going to remember that date that you achieved your goal and really made a sort of change in your life? It's all about kind of making things happen in life, guys, and not kind of waiting about or procrastinating about it. Okay, on that note, thanks Ross McCall for your question. That was a good one, man. I hope you guys took a little bit away from that video blog today, and until next time, keep following me on Facebook and Twitter. As I say, I've got my website launching soon, so really looking forward to that. But I'll keep these Ask Gads video blogs coming at you, so stay tuned for next week's.